Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. I try to get it down to the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If I go over 10 minutes, that means it's something very important for you to hear. If you have any questions, you put it down below. You have any insults, you put it down below so I can learn from you and I can use it against other people, including yourself. Okay, but of course, my videos are very particular. Okay. And sometimes people may misunderstand me, okay, because I talk so fast. But I'm sorry if you can't keep up, okay? You know what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of rappers, who rap and stuff like that. But people love rap. People love swag. But this video is for both my brothers, light and dark, okay? Because I'm a negator. I'm right in the middle. I'm watching both sides. You know what I'm saying? And so, what is this video going to be about? This video is going to be about how to raise your daughters. Let's go crazy, everybody, because I don't even see any videos on there on how to raise daughters or any psychological help or influence at all. I'm just going to tell you the best way as possible in America, particularly in America. But of course, from all my experiences for all of the women I actually talk to, and I'm not being a chauvinist or anything like that, or a male chauvinist, or just a Muslim brother, okay, you want to say. It's just only for advice, and I like to give advice, and I think my advice is the best because I do so much reading more than the average person, so I kind of give it out there so you can save your time. You might not think I did any research, but it's okay. But let's start off like this. You have a daughter. Oh yeah, before we begin, okay, it's very important and potent, okay, to understand that whoever you're dealing with, okay, my wife was a virgin, I was a virgin, I'm intellectual, and she's intelligent in her own ways, okay, and she's more innocent, and I was innocent at the time too, and I got picked on, and she also got picked on. You see the pattern there, okay? She wasn't like a female who I consider, she was basically a pure individual, okay, just like myself, okay. So if you deal in genetics, because I think I made a video on that, whoever you're dealing with, there's something that you cannot avoid, okay, all right. Okay, something that you can't avoid is that one person was a criminal, one person was a smoker, and one person was a whore. If one of your family or one of them's overweight, okay, you know what I'm saying? Whatever traits that you had carries over into the daughter. Okay, so there's a 90% that chance that you can't do anything about that, okay? I've did statistical research and reports upon this type of pattern, okay? I'll give you a great example. Every female I've dealt with who had daughters, their daughters either became more like the father or the mother. Okay, that's a statistical fact, okay? So when your daughter is growing up, you have to do some very strenuous things. You have to be more disciplined with your daughter more than your boy. The boy, however, the only thing you need to worry about is him getting boyfriends, okay, or hanging with the wrong crew, okay, or if you're white, you got to worry about him trying to shoot somebody because he's playing too much Gran Turismo, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's white people for your ass. You got to watch them. Black people in particular don't worry about that. It's different. There's differences. I made a video about how to raise your sons, so watch that video, okay? Got something on my teeth. Okay. Now, you raise your daughters. Now, public schools are no good for daughters, okay? So anyone with enough knowledge, you should know this is by common sense. You don't put them in public schools. You just don't do that, okay? Because there's people who are other children who have not been taught and raised properly or have any education to actually be around your daughter. Your daughter's influence. It's kind of like that movie, Case 39. Have you seen that movie before? Where that little demon, the demon was inside that girl. Okay, and they try to hurt her and shit, and she ended up being an orphan and shit like that. And that girl, literally, she basically was whispering at the girl's ears. That's the devil, okay? And what happens is that she may be interested in shit what she said, okay? And that's the chain of events. Little girls have far more problems with peer pressure than little boys. The boys usually gets picked on or bullied on. Or probably the parents wasn't right, okay? But little girls, you got to watch them who they hang around with because they're the future of humanity. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that little girls have a more influence of the world. So you already know by fact that there are far more men who need more love than women. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot more, the pussy's more valuable than dick, okay? So if you know that's a fact, okay? So there's far more men who are alone in the world than women, even though there's 3 women to 1 man, okay? So that common sense right there, by doing the research on what I just said, makes enough sense to be scared of where you put your daughter at. The first step is basically not put her in a public school, okay? And then hoping that she will come out right if you do put her in a school, but you shouldn't do that. It's not recommended. The second thing is not to put her in a private school, because I've talked to females who actually came from private schools and they became lesbians. Ding ding. Oh, nobody talks about this. Oh, nobody talks about this. Okay, but anyhow, lesbians comes from private schools. Part of them, okay, a portion of them. I think 30% of them come out to be lesbians. Okay, they don't want to talk to no man. They become or feminized. Okay, you want to say. Okay, you got to be careful of that too. Okay, now, okay, if you put them in private schools, which is a better option than going to public schools, it's a much more better, place for them to put them at for educational purpose. But the overall best way to do is homeschool them, because you can't watch your daughter 24/7. You don't know what's going on, okay? A lot of people say, oh, my daughter going to be a whore when I said, she's going to be a whore out of my house, okay? She's going to be a whore out of my house, okay? Because there's no way I'm going to let her out of my sight, and not one bit. She's going to have fun with me. It's guaranteed, okay? I don't have to worry about that. You have to worry about that. So when you have a daughter, you have to make sure she's not fraternizing. That word, congregating, socializing with the wrong peers. Okay, it's like we have a son. Your son shouldn't be fraternizing with anybody who's not like-minded like him or you, because if he or she does break away from you, you have to eventually get rid of them, give them up for adoption, give them up. That's up to you. Okay, that's up to you. But the best way to raise your children is at the house. There's always should be one parent watching your daughter, especially. Oh my goodness, I met this one girl one time. I was like, oh my goodness, man. I knew her daughter got raped and shit, and I didn't want to call the police or separate her, but what could I do? I was young at the time. I made a mistake. I didn't call the police, okay? And I was thinking about calling the police, and I really liked this white girl. It's a white girl, and as I was changing the baby's pamper, I knew the girl was damaged or hurt, and I actually told the mother, and I was like, your daughter got hurt, okay? You want to go to the police or something? She says, no, I'm not going to the police. I'm like, the fuck is this? You going to the police? I'm not going to get involved. So I don't want to get involved in that shit, because, this white girl liked me, okay? She liked me sexually and mentally, and I told her, I said, yo, you going to the police. We got to get this, because I know you got male friends. I knew she had male friends, okay? You know what I'm saying? And I felt very deeply that we had to go. And that shit happens. Rape does happen to little babies, little children, okay? Little toddlers. I know that shit happens. I actually talked to rape victims, okay? I told you I was a psychologist, goddammit. Stop fucking with me. Don't fuck with me, motherfuckers, okay? So I talk to these girls, and they tell me some strange shit, and I'm like, yo, man, these girls are being brainwashed. So they'll hang with the wrong nigga, okay, or wrong hoolum, okay, and then they'll be like smoking and drinking and shit because you ain't want to watch them. You were lazy. You let them run around with them little motherfuckers outside. Who the fuck are you, man? You're fucking up society and shit. You don't understand that? If you're truly spiritual or Christian, you should already know you're a fucking hypocrite. Your daughters are supposed to be chaste. She ain't supposed to be touched by no man. She ain't supposed to be near no man. She's not supposed to be educated by anybody around the area. So that's how you raise your daughters. You keep them in the house. You educate them. You give them some entertainment. You spend time with them. Shit like that. That's basic stuff, okay? If you're not an entertaining person and you're not a person of knowledge, you shouldn't even be having children. And that goes back to my other video when I say all lives don't matter, okay? Because I told you before in my past videos about Pacifics, okay? I get very Pacific about it. And someone who try to challenge me will definitely lose me. If you see me talking, a lot more people would agree with me, okay? Just like I would agree with a lot of Muslims when they say the face of a Muslim woman should be covered, okay? They would agree with me. I say, let that be shown, okay? To see your beauty, you got to see the beauty of a woman, okay? You know what I'm saying? The woman's minds be changing the hearts of men. And what happens is that when women are so powerful in their beauty, that creates a system of war, chaos in the heart, okay? The woman has to balance herself, and if she's not balanced and understanding that there are men who are alone in the world, then that causes a rift. There are men who are corrupt. It's not the men's fault. That's their animalistic nature. So you got to find a way of controlling that. That's a spiritual thing, okay? All right? Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Listen to me. That is how you raise your daughter. You keep them away from society. You let them play on the park. They can play with park with other little kids. Okay? That's nothing wrong with that. You can socialize them. You can do all that shit. But you got to have enough manpower or parenting power or trustworthy power to watch them, okay? Boys is slightly different. I already made a video about it. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. I want to keep it down into 10 minutes for logical reasons, entertainment purposes, okay? Peace. If you have any questions, you put it down below. Peace.